Pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. At this time, we'll have a roll call of the board.
Randy Brave.
Here.
Greg Jeffrey.
Here.
Dan Ringo.
Here.
Jim Tuttle.
Here.
Martin Charles.
Here, we do have a quorum tonight. We can conduct business. Next item is the approval of the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda tonight?
I'll make a motion to approve the amended agenda. Is that necessary since it was?
Yep, that's correct.
Support.
Okay, we have a motion and support. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, at this time, we'll open the first public comment period for any agenda-related items. Anyone wishing to address the Township Board on an agenda-related item? Seeing no response, we will close the first public comment period. Now we'll move on to the consent agenda. You have the approval of the December 3rd, 2025 regular board meeting minutes. Now, approval of the submitted bills list in the amount of $915,083.20. Any questions, clarifications?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have support. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Okay, we're going to the department head reports. Deputy Chief, anything tonight? Nothing. Okay, well, this is unusual because we don't have a treasurer's report tonight.
Right, no.
We don't have a clerk's report tonight, and I wouldn't even know where to start, so we have no supervisor's report tonight.
Whoa.
That's a first. Okay, going on to correspondence. There is none needed at this time. So we'll move on to item number 9, presentations. The first presentation we have is a Historic Society's 2025 report. Roger, you can use the podium or you can use the chairs, whichever you would like.
I'll stand for now because I'm sitting too much.
Okay. Well, while you're talking to them, I'm going to get started here.
Okay. Well, first off, I want to thank everybody for your support in allowing us to present our presentation to you this year. This is the first time for me in front of the township, in front of the board, and in relationship to our process. I've fortunately been reelected for the second year, so I'll be able to hopefully start completing some of the projects I started. So with that being said, I've passed out a stack of papers for you to perusal through there for you, but I'll break it down simply. The projects that we have ongoing are in the process. We are in the process been in the process this last year of fundraising to rehabilitate and insulate and side the building and repaint it, the whole thing in completion. To this date, you'll see in our second page there the amount of monies that we have raised this year and the amount of monies we started with only $6,000 in the bank last year to continue on with it. A lot of that, and we did it several fundraisers, and we were fortunate enough in the fundraisers with our gala that we did our 50th anniversary, which turned out to be a very successful evening and a rainy afternoon, but we did have the 50s ice cream social, which went on. So we were able to raise quite a few dollars there, but most of all, we were able to raise awareness by the community that people stopped by. They said, well, we always see the building, but it's empty, but they never knew what was there. And those that did come in and signed in and walked through it were just a wow at what it is and what we have in our community. With that, I've also been putting out some stuff through Mr. James, the publisher, some articles about our organization. We did one first year with Joanne Williams and myself, and then again this year. The first year was passing the gavel. This year is continuing on getting into our situation. For me, which I found a little more difficult, even though I've been very active in Livonia for many years and helped save the barn and get the barn going and so forth. That's a little bit of my history, though. Not everyone knows about it, but when I left that organization and moved out here, we left them with $120,000 in the bank. The building had all been redone and repainted and so forth. So I've got a little bit of experience in that, but just learning the ins and outs of our township, been a little bit of an learning experience. And thanks for Mark's patience with me and going through that and trying to find the right way to do things through coordination through the township, and to the help of Mr. Goss and Mr. Ranko. It's been very helpful to help guide us through that. But what I really need to sit down to tell you that right now, as of today, we have $25,000 in the bank. This year we raised $12,000, and another folks, the Randall family, donated $5,000 towards our project. We're halfway there. We're going to get there. It's just taken us a little bit while because I had to learn here first before I could walk. So it's been a real trial for me. But anyway, there's a lot of information here for you to go through and peruse. And if you have a chance and you need any questions to answer, I'll answer to the best of my knowledge and the best of my ability. Meanwhile, I have a little presentation that we have to do. Unless you have any questions for me at this moment, I think, Mark, you can push your button.
Push the button, huh?
All right, this is
And
our-
hope that this works, right?
Right. This is our presentation that we did for our 50th anniversary. And adding to this as we go. So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nicely done, Roger.
Pardon me?
Nicely done.
I want to thank Miss Gina Walalicki, who put that together for us. Her mother and grandmother used to own the Italian restaurant down there in New Hudson, Anna. So, and also related to the
Yeah.
electrical company.
You put this video together is really to help get the word out about the Historic Society and the museum and the building itself.
Exactly, and the issue was is that we needed to get out to the businesses. Now that's my next step this year,
Yep.
is to get out there and start beating bushes with that, and letting them see something that what we have accomplished. We're going to add on to this. We're going to start showing the back of the building as we go through the construction and rebuilding that and bringing it back up to where we need it to be. It also gave us an in to U of M and to Eastern. And to another gentleman, I'll explain to him in a moment. Eastern and U of M have presented this to their students. And out of that, we've got 5 students that are going to be active with us the first of the year. That comes all the way from marketing and working from that, archival work and putting together a system for us to keep archives and numerical system where we can find anything we want within the building. In other words, like doing an inventory that we have never had really written down and listed, just numbers added to, not know what, where, and when that we got it to and where the relation is only to some of the families. Okay, and that's going to keep on going. Okay, we can't. Unfortunately, we lost Ms. Wenzel this year, a couple months ago, and we lost quite a few people on our present board. There's 8 of us. This year, due to nutrition, of health, like T. Chevrolet has broke her leg. She's had a lot of leg issues, and she's not able to do the garage sales. So we tried the trunk sales. Success, we didn't lose money. We didn't make much though. But that's all right. We got an in there and we got a lot of people's attention to come there. In fact, several people from Hidden Lakes came there, and we've got interested people that want to kind of help us out with, like Deborah Lee and Mr. Guido, and trying to see what we've got going and trying to bring that attention to those folks. So we're reaching out. And with getting U of M to get a little bit younger help in there to help us out, I'm 80 years old. You know, and most of the other group, when I came into the board, I was the youngest guy of the whole group. Still am. So with that being said, it's as much as a thank you too, also to Mr. Staley for helping us out with the building and helping mechanical parts of the building, and helping us when we did the tree trimming and so forth, got rid of all the tree limbs and stuff for it. Probably went over to your family's property, I'm sure. And along with that, and to the township for keeping the asphalt scraped down like we had this past week. We've got some other issues that I found out that are developing, that we've got water issues that are coming off of the combined roofs right into the entryway of that door. So we've already gone through 50 pounds of ice, salt already to get rid of the ice. So it's an ongoing privilege, and I really do feel the privilege to be working on this facility. And the folks that we have, like Carl and Kim and Dave Huck, have been on the board for quite a few years, and Joanne, who's not doing too well health-wise right now, but she's still right there for me. I got a question, she's there to answer it for me. And at least not like the other answer I got before when I first took over the position. Well, when I got it, I had to do it myself. I had to find out everything. Well, I do too, but at the same token, I thought I'd be mentored, and I wasn't. So I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I still don't know. And I apologize to not knowing it, but I can only comprehend so much when I'm the only person as trying to keep it all together. I don't want to lose this group. I don't want to lose this facility. That's why I'm doing whatever I can. We call it, we're hammering down. And at the gala, we gave hammers away to show to everybody that we're hammering down to try to get this thing going in the right direction, in the direction. Apparently, we didn't, and you'll read that in my notes here, that we weren't really following our business plan very well. So we're going to get back on track with that. We're going to reorganize that and do that. So since '09, the last time it was presented, we're working on that. That's an ongoing project for us. So we've got the changes that we've done with your approval. We're about 3/4 of the way through that. The office is basically done, just got some toe base to finish, and then we get into the other room, and Mr. Staley put some lights in there so we can see what we're doing, because the transformers were wiping out on it. That was the old fluorescent bulbs kind of situation. So, and hopefully that should help bring our utility costs down a little bit more. And we found some other issues in the heating system that we were able to take care of. With that being said, you'll see the overview. There is the primary focus is our business plan, our township, and to reestablish and get strategy and reach out to the school system. And I think that's really, really important to us. I talked to Mr. Hiller, and he's, after the first of the year, he'll be settled down with the principals, and we'll sit down. And their suggestion is we use the honor students that need more influence into what's going on into our community. So between the college folks and some pre-graduates and with working for the schools, maybe we can get it back to what we used to do with the Bremer situation. One, to be determined, we're trying to do a spring kickoff by have a blessing of the cars. And one of our theories is going to one of the local car clubs, having them do a kickoff and be a poker run as per se, not using poker cards, and going out and to the 20-odd sites that we have in our township as a poker run and go to each one of these. This is what we're working on, and see what we can put together at that and kick it off that way. First off, it'll bring people there by cars. Other people that are not local to our area and car enthusiasts, such as myself, will be able to see our other historical facilities. And then when they come back and meet back at the hall, the 1856 hall, we'd have a barbecue for them, and that should help draw some interest into us. Something that's very focused, and we're going to try it out, see what that add to our trunk sale. The folks that participated in our trunk sale are anxious to get it started again. They say we can grow this. It'll take a couple of years. I don't have that patience, but we're going to try and do that. So again, I want to thank you folks very, very much. We gave you a summary in here of our monies that we have on hands and where we're receiving them. One of the fundraisers that we weren't doing over the past years is all of our booklets and donations in the yesteryears. Those are just one a year. Actually, the township sold more than we were. So that's hopefully what we're going to be able to get through there with. And last of all, the last picture that you've seen up there a few minutes ago, we were given the state historical plaque for over 100 years, and that was presented to us by the State of Michigan Historical Society and the Meyer Foundation. So that new plaque covers our old plaque. It's actually right over it, so if we want to ever take it off, we can always see where it's at. So, do you have any questions for me? I think I've kind of covered everything I had on my list.
Board members, anybody have any questions for Roger?
Good.
No? Okay, Roger, thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark.
And
Appreciate it.
you
Thank
guys are
everyone
doing a
here.
great job down there, and
We're trying.
just keep plugging away.
That's all we can do.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day, you all.
Okay, now get back on my board packet. There we go. Okay, moving on, the next item in presentations is the 2026 Poverty Exemption Analysis and Recommendations. Hello, Karen. Once you're seated, for everybody here, I think we all know Karen, but Walter is our Assistant Assessor. She's handling it tonight, so there you go.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to present on the behalf of the Assessing Department our recommendations for changes to the income limits for 2026 for federal poverty. If you look at the first table on the report, that was this year's income limits that were set by the board. This year, we only have one person receiving a poverty exemption, and that's at 100%. Christina and I have been talking about the poverty exemption over the year. We feel like it's pretty narrow, and there's probably more people past that 25% above the guideline that could use some help. I love this poverty exemption because the state statute, it has some guidelines and some things that we have to follow for structure, but the board has the autonomy to be able to set the income limits based on those guidelines. Every municipality does it different, and it just depends on the income, the makeup of the community, the board's fiscal responsibility to the community as well. If you look at the next table, that's the 2026 federal poverty guidelines. This is the minimum income limit per state statute. We are not allowed to set our limits below this threshold, but we can go above. As of July 2025, the average annual Social Security benefit for retirees is approximately $24,080 and $22,355 for all recipients. That's retirement and disability combined. Given these figures, the current poverty exemption criteria may exclude many fixed income property owners whose only source of income is Social Security. To better support these residents, we're recommending modifying and expanding the exemption income limits for 2026. We have two resolutions for you to choose from. The one that we're recommending you adopt is a single-tier exemption, which provides a 100% exemption to qualified applicants. Some other municipalities only utilize a 100% exemption model. This is allowed per state, and this approach simplifies administration and staff workload, and it maximizes the benefit to low-income households. So the following is our recommended in this next table here. So you can see that for one person in a household, we're using the 130% of poverty level, which is $20,345 per year. That equates to $1,695 per month. If we were to follow the federal poverty level at 100%, that's only $1,304 a month. It's not a lot.
No.
Not a lot at all. So to expand on it, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development uses 30% above the federal poverty level for their income limits for Livingston County. Some municipalities in the area use this as a guideline for either setting the exemption at 100% or as part of the multi-tier approach for setting income limits. According to United Way's 2023 ALICE report, the minimum income required to meet basic needs without room for savings or unexpected expenses was $32,952 in Livingston County. And that minimum also includes a budget for property taxes. So based on this information, we feel comfortable with recommending the poverty income limit be set to 130% of poverty level.
And that's using the table that I currently have up there on,
Correct.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. And we did come up with an alternative if that was not comfortable for you to set it at those limits, and that's on the next table, if you want to scroll down, Mark.
Right there to that one right there.
It'll be the next one down, so keep scrolling down.
Oh.
Oh, it's
The
cut off.
multi-tier.
Oh, that's
Okay.
it. That's the
It
one
is
I
cut
have there.
off.
That's the alternative
Yeah,
approach.
there is a second resolution in the
Well,
packet.
I'm not at the resolution yet,
Yeah,
but,
and that should have it in there.
yep. I'll go to the resolutions. Okay, this is resolution 1. That's the one we're talking about 100%, 130%.
That's 130%, yeah.
And then this is the second resolution.
Yep.
Try to bring it up a little bit better there.
Two pages
Yep. So if the board is more comfortable with the multi-tier approach, we started at 110% above poverty level for the 100% exemption. And then ending at 50% exemption with the 135% above poverty level. We did not include a 25% exemption, as this would have little impact to the low-income taxpayer. So really, we're recommending the single 100% exemption. This will simplify the administrative processes. It'll be very clear. It will still help you to maintain fiscal responsibility to the taxpayers and also maintain transparency. Any
Okay.
questions?
Any questions from board members?
Any idea how many more people would potentially be able to utilize this? Probably hard to say.
I have in mind at least 2 or 3 more people that I've talked to throughout the year.
Cool.
Yeah, certainly there are a lot of residents in the township that are on fixed income or low income.
there. Yeah.
But I can think of at least a couple of them, just like Karen, that quite frankly, I'm not quite sure how they exist on what little meager means that they have. So certainly this is a step, I think, in the right direction and a better way to go. Now, the recommendation that you're making, Karen, is resolution number 1.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's,
All right, anybody have any questions? We're not ready for the resolutions yet, but
and how do they go about doing this? Do they just come see you and is there
Yep.
like an application or how do
There's an
they?
application. It's an application to fill out. They have to pretty much expose all of their income and expenses to us, so that we can see that there's, when you expose all of that, we can tell pretty quickly if somebody's
I bet.
hiding something
Right.
and doesn't actually qualify because they're not disclosing some income that's coming in.
Okay.
We also do a home visit as well when they apply for the first time.
Okay. And how long does the process usually take?
They can apply to the March, July, or December Board of Review.
Okay.
And then we try to get those applications in plenty of time before the Board of Review so that
Okay.
we can analyze everything and be able to do the home visit.
All right. Thank you.
there's a side benefit to this too, from my standpoint as utility director, because there's a large push right now in Lansing to really come up with some legislation. There's a slew of acts called the Water Affordability Acts. You may have heard me talking about it here, where, again, there's going to be a push for those that are on low income or at the poverty level to get some relief from their utility bills. I don't know how many that's going to affect in the township that are connected to the water system and or the sewer system. But having these guidelines in place, certainly will help me from that standpoint when I know that somebody comes in and they meet these guidelines to help me and as utility director to work along with those individuals too.
Okay.
I think we can't just share the same information because the information provided is non-disclosable, but it just, when the assessing department raises his hand and we have one that met qualifications here, that triggers me to be able to do the same thing. So I think there's a way that this will work in everybody's benefit.
Yeah.
And I like the approach today too. So anybody have any other questions?
All right.
Karen?
Version 1 is good.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
We'll be right here in a minute. Okay, with that, presentations are presented tonight. So we'll move on to business items, number 10. First one is Police Department request to purchase upgraded body cams. Not gonna read the whole thing. Here we go, Chief.
I won't read the whole thing. I'll make
Deputy
this,
Chief.
I'll make this easy on you. Essentially what this is this is a consolidation of 5 different contracts that we have with Axon. When we first got our grant money in 2023 to get body cameras, we only had 15 officers. Now that we've added more officers over the last couple of years, we've had to get more body cameras, and each one of those is a different contract, and they expire at different times. And we also have what they call them complimentary, but we're paying for it, upgrades. We get 2 during the contract series. Well, now we're at the point where we have 15 of them that are going to go to a body camera 4, then we're going to have officers that have a body camera 3, and they don't jive as well when it comes to the program and how they work. So we looked at consolidating these. We were able to talk with Axon and come up with a refund essentially of the grant money back to be able to pay again into one contract for 5. We talked to the grant company or the SRT grant, made sure that that was okay. They had no issues with it. So essentially our monthly payment stays the same, our yearly payment, I'm sorry, stays the same, which is listed here at $16,971.38 per year, which is the same price that we're paying for all of the 5 contracts. So this is a cost zero consolidation, and that's what we're asking for. This will take us also till 2030 for all of them.
In my opinion, this is a no-brainer. This consolidates it, makes it
Good deal.
less more problematic for management, so, and it's contained within the budget, so.
Yep.
Yep.
So you just need a motion to approve, or?
Yep, a motion to approve the request as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the police department to enter into a consolidated contract with Axon, which includes the purchase of 20 body-worn cameras with associated licensing that is spelled out in the letter. What is his date for this? Sorry, I kind of scrambled too fast here.
There's no date on this one, I apologize.
Oh, that's no problem. We can go with the 12/16 date, 25 discussed.
Okay.
Yep,
That's your motion?
yep.
Is there support?
Support.
Discussion? Hearing none, could we have a roll call, please?
Dan Rico,
Yes.
David Pepper,
Yes.
Greg Gardner,
Yes,
Randy Gray,
Yes.
Mark Carroll.
Yes. Motion passes. Thank you, Chief. Deputy Chief. Okay, next item. I don't know why that's coming up like that. Resolution, we have 2 resolutions here. We've heard the recommendation from our assistant assessor and from our assessor. It is resolution version 1, which is resolution 26/2025. It's Green Charter Township Guidelines for Poverty Exemptions.
First one's on page 32.
Yep. What's that?
First one's on page 32.
Yep. And then you have the second version, which is, I call it the complicated table. Any questions, comments, board members?
No, I'm in favor of the version 1.
Same.
Simplify,
I am
but
too.
expand access.
And I think, again, it's, I know Karen's put a lot of work into this, and Christina's, and Emily, everybody's put a lot of work into this, so I favor taking the recommendation of the
Absolutely.
assessing department.
Experts.
And anytime that we can provide some relief to some of the, our residents that truly do need.
It
that help.
sometimes breaks my heart when we have here for a special assessment district, and we've
Yeah.
got an elderly person coming in here and say, there's no way I can pay that. I can't hold on to my property.
Yeah.
And that's just totally unfair. That's,
Absolutely.
And you know, that's the first thing that come to my mind when we were thinking about, we were looking at this, is that one assessment district we had, and that one lady, honest, I don't know how she even was able to
right.
get up here, let alone,
She
you
was
know,
so distraught.
exist. So, yeah.
First person I thought of as well.
Yeah, so, again, I'm all in favor, and we do have to review these, I think, on a yearly basis. Yes, so this is, again, part of what I call a housekeeping item, but,
But very important one.
yep.
Okay.
I'll make a resolution to approve resolution number 26-2025, Green Oak Charter Township Guidelines for Poverty Exemption pursuant to MCL 211-7U, and we're talking about version 1.
Support.
Okay, we have motion and support. Discussion on the motion or resolution? Hearing none, roll call, please.
James Kendall?
Yes.
Randy Brink?
Yes.
Craig Bidry?
Yes.
Dan Ringo?
Yes.
Mark Singer?
Yes, resolution is adopted. Thank you, Karen. Okay, next item on our list, okay, is the Greenwoods Wastewater Treatment Plant Phase 2 Environmental Site Assessment. Okay, my agenda sheet, though, as always, when the township acquires property by any means, to protect the township, we must perform a Phase 1, and if necessary, a Phase 2. The scope of the Phase 2 will be determined at the completion of the Phase 1, which has been done. Due to the contamination sites within 1 mile of the Greenwoods wastewater treatment plant, forgot the words in there, Phase 2 will be necessary to protect the township. And what I've included is the proposal by Hydrologic dated December 2, 2025. And I think Mark Zayed at Hydrologic has gone through a very detailed step-by-step process that it'll take to complete the Phase 2. And at the end of the Phase 2, and you go, task number 3 is where you get into the data evaluation and Phase 2 ESA addendum. This is the report that the township will actually utilize that gives the township the baseline of what's in the groundwater underneath in the area of the wastewater treatment plant. And that will protect the township with any future issues if anything shows up in the water. It gives us that great baseline. And it's no bones about it. The sites that are within 1 mile of the plant are the Rasmus and Spiegelberg landfills. You know, they're there. They appear to be contained, based on the EPA data. But again, when you buy something, you do the Phase 1 and Phase 2, and it protects the township from there on out.
Okay.
Cost of doing the Phase 2, well, I jumped over here. Mark has the time and materials. Doesn't believe it's going to take all that he has in here, but he's also trying to hedge in case something happens, but estimated cost is $8,550. I think it's money well spent.
Absolutely.
Questions?
I'll make a motion to direct Hydrologic to conduct the Phase 2 of the Greenwoods wastewater treatment plant property and to direct the supervisor to execute the agreement.
Is there-
Second.
Okay, we have support. Discussion? Hearing none, could we have another roll call tonight?
Dan Ringo,
Yes.
Randy Brake,
Yes.
Craig Beardsley,
Yes?
Stephen Stefano,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Motion passes, thank you, and we'll get that started tomorrow. Okay. Okay, next item is reappointments and appointments to boards and commission. It's that time of year, every year, where I go through this. And you have my list of reappointments and appointments to the following boards and commissions. Going down through it, I'm recommending the following for appointments. Zoning Board of Appeals, Todd Krebs, 3-year reappointment as ZBA member, term expiring 12/31/28. William Besso, 3-year reappointment as ZBA alternate, term expiring 12/31/2028. Planning Commission, Chris Burkhalter, a 3-year reappointment, term expiring 12/31/28. Doug Nail, a 3-year reappointment, term expiring 12/31/28. To the Fond Island Briggs, we're recommending Michelle Borum, 3-year reappointment, term expiring 12/31/28. Daniel Renko, 3-year Township Representative, term expiring 12/31/28, and he is drafted, he has no choice in this. Okay, with Compensation Commission, Ken Dickinson, 3-year reappointment, term expiring 12/31/28. On the Historic District Commission, Anna Ernst, 3-year reappointment, term expiring 12/31/28. I am recommending Shannon Lewis, 3-year new appointment, term expiring 12/31/2028. And I've put her short resume out on the board for everybody to review. Huron River Watershed Council, Brian Lassaline, I know I botched that, 3-year reappointment as Green Oak representative to the Huron River Watershed Council, expiring 12/31/2028. That's my recommendations to the board for appointments and reappointments.
You like a motion?
Yep.
Put forth a motion to approve the board and commission appointments made by the supervisor as presented at the Township Hall meeting on 12/17, Green Oak Township Hall meeting on 12/17/2025.
Support.
Okay. We have motion, support, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, going on to the next item. Okay, 2026 cemetery fees. This is actually a cleanup. I had to try to figure out what we're doing here.
Is it only the redlined stuff? I mean, just a couple?
That, you know, and we ran into this once before, especially during the Dove Lake. The software I use for my PDFs does not show the red line.
Ah.
And so I had to go through. The red line is the existing cemetery fee schedule. When you go back up to this one, this is the one that Michael is requesting that we approve. So really, it's not changing any of the prices. It's just crossing out, you know.
Under the cremains, only
Yeah.
the half lot information, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought.
yeah, that's,
Odd size foundation to custom.
Custom sounds much
Sounds
better
much
than
nicer.
odd.
Yeah.
yeah.
All in the words.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
That looks good. Do we,
Yeah.
do you need anything?
I think we need a motion just to approve the cemetery fees as presented from the clerk's office at the December 17th, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have motion, we have support, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Okay, the next item, it's a long one.
Nah.
We're not going into that tonight. Attached is a draft budget for 2026, 2027. After the first of the year, we will set up our normal budget workshops in preparation for adoption of the 2026, 2027 budget and amendment to the current 2025, 2026 budget. As required by law, I'm required to present a draft budget to the board prior to the end of this year, which this is our last meeting of the year, so I'm presenting it. This is the entire budget. What's interesting, as I had mentioned in the last couple meetings, working with the Woodhill Group, we've taken almost, I think the number was 2,000 separate fund codes. We've consolidated them. We've shrunk it down. The budget, if you recall, in the past has been some 96, 97 pages. We're at 57 now. A lot of consolidation in there. Several funds were closed that really weren't used, for years. So again, we've cleaned it up. And also within this document, now it's hard to see in this text document here, because what you have on the table tonight, you'll see that as you go down through, you'll see the proposed budget, but you also look over and you'll see where I've highlighted budget amendments that'll be needed towards the end of this year. We will do our typical budget adoption resolution, and then within that resolution, we will also indicate any amendments necessary to the current budget. So we'll be doing it all in one swoop. I think we'll clean it up. So working with Woodhill has been great on this.
I noticed the department titles are missing, so you kind of have to figure out.
They're all in there.
The titles are?
Oh, the titles? We can add the titles to it.
Yeah.
What we were trying to do,
Yes.
what we're trying to do is,
What each one is.
yeah, this one came over from the accounting side, and originally it was hoped that they could just take these lines and cut and paste back in.
Right.
And we have found out, no, that's not gonna happen. So I'll go ahead and put the
It just makes it
department-
easier. Like I said, I can figure it out when I see fire marshal that's the fire, but it's so much easier if I can
It's-
flip through and see the title.
For somebody like me, 101's the board, 171's the supervisor, 265. I mean, I go down through, 206 is fire, 207's police, on and on. I get them, but granted, we'll put
Well,
them in.
even a cheat sheet like that, would be fine for me.
That would be
Then you don't
fine.
have to print out a whole nother
Yeah.
budget for it.
No, I can either do that, or I can just, in each one, just add one line and put the title in.
If
It works.
you do what you just, I'll write it in so you don't have to reprint anything.
Yeah, if you want to just do a cheat sheet, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm fine with that.
Save a few trees.
This is the first rendition. You're gonna see more.
We know.
Because what is here in the board packet is different than this, because I was working on this again today. And we
Understood.
will keep going through it, because as usual, right now the assessing is working on ramping up or down to the year end, and until we get to year end and we get closer to the March Board of Review, that's when we'll have our true taxable values, which will affect the taxable numbers that you see on the tax revenue. So again, this is a work in progress.
Okay.
But this is the first start, is presenting a draft budget. Okay, any questions? Let me know, because we're gonna have a lot of them. Okay, the next item is, Resolution 2025 S&G Stores LLC liquor license application, transfer ownership, Sunday sales, AM, PM, SDD, and SDM. Is there anyone here from? Come on up if you wish. Good evening. If you'd introduce yourself and
Yeah. Good evening, Supervisor St. Charles, members of the board. I'm Peter Manny. I'm the attorney for S&G Stores. I assisted them in the application process. With me is Jen Ryan. She is a district manager for S&G Stores. We submitted an application through Green Oak Charter Township and through the Michigan Liquor Control Commission. S&G Stores has received approval through the Michigan Liquor Control Commission and is operating on a conditional STD and SDM license. S&G Stores is a large company. They own 100-plus gas stations. They've recently expanded into Michigan. They own 15 gas stations in Michigan, 13 of which have MLCC licenses, and they only have 2 MLCC violations occurring at one store. One of which was a sale to a minor. However, they've terminated that employee and gone through a retraining and have, been reputable throughout the community. They've given back to the community through various charities. If you have any questions regarding the application or an operational standpoint, Jen Ryan is here as well. Thank you.
okay.
What particular store is this?
This is, I'll call it Mug and Bob's, right? Right on M36.
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Off of exit 54, I believe
Yeah.
it is. Yes, yes.
It's Mug and Bob's right there at M36 and Whitmore Lake Road. Yep. One of the things, there were some certain requirements in here, and I know the deputy chief has reviewed this.
Yes.
You're fine with everything that's presented, and you've made a recommendation? Yeah. Okay. One of the items in there is that they're compliant with, the building codes. I did check with the building official. My understanding is they'll get a temporary CFO on Tuesday of this coming Tuesday. The only outstanding items yet is that the gas tanks will be either in or hooked up within the next few weeks. And also there's a paving that needs to be done, but certainly not going to get done in this weather. So that'll be done at a later date. But for all intents and purposes, yes, they are compliant with the building codes and the building department requirements. Anybody have any questions, comments?
No, looks pretty good.
Yeah. I really appreciated the review. It was super helpful.
Yeah. So, what is it that we need to do here?
Is a motion required?
We need a motion to approve the resolution. I'm trying to get back to it.
Oh, yeah, there's a resolution.
Yep. Okay, this is resolution 25-2025.
Okay, let's see. I'll make that motion. I'll make a motion to approve the Green Oak Township Resolution number 20, is it 25-2025?
Yep.
Okay, license and Sunday sales permit for SDD and SDM.
It's just simply S&G Stores LLC. Is that sufficient?
Yes.
That's sufficient, yeah.
Okay, S&G Stores LLC.
Yep.
Support?
Okay, we have motion and support. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Randy Brake,
Yes.
Jay Geddy,
Yes?
Dan Ringo,
Yes.
Jim Tuttle,
Yes.
Art St. Charles.
Yes, resolution is adopted. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you, Deputy Chief.
Okay, with that, discussion items. Does anybody have any discussion items to bring up tonight?
Other than to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all the residents.
Yep, I echo that myself too. Looking forward to it.
Second that.
Okay, committee reports. Anybody have any committee reports? Hearing none, executive session is not needed. So at this time, we'll open the last call to the public. Anyone wishing to address the township board on any township issue? Now's the time.
I just want to introduce myself. I'm Shannon.
I kind of thought you were.
Yeah.
Well, welcome aboard, Shannon.
I'm
And I will let you know, Tracy is handling, I think, the point person for the HDC. So you guys could talk afterwards. How's that? Thank you. Okay. Yes, sir.
Just one short thing, just for your information. I don't know if you're aware of Mr. Bessel. He's had a stroke.
Who did?
Bill Bessel.
Really?
Yes, he is at home now, but not doing too very well. I don't know. If
I didn't know
his
that.
Daughter explained it to you guys or not.
I didn't know if there was a relation. I saw the name, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really, yeah. So I just thought I'd let you know, he's also on our board as well.
Okay, well,
Some prayers for him as well.
yeah, well, we'll talk a little bit, but I certainly wish Bill his best.
Yes.
Okay?
So, thank you again for listening to me. You folks are always welcome to come on down and see us and visit us. And any suggestions on how we can raise something, I'm always interested in trying anything out we can do.
I've been there numerous times, and I know, Mark, you have too. There's a lot of neat stuff in there for people to look around, and for parents to take their young kids there. There's a lot going on there.
If I got just a minute or so, one of the things, and I didn't explain to you, or I don't know if Jay did or not, right where we come into, from the kitchen into the museum portion of it, we're gonna change that area a little bit for the kids, so we got some a little more aggressive, easement for them to do it, and then put the presents in the right order. And we're gonna dedicate that basically to, next year is 1976 anniversary.
Yeah, you need to come a little closer to the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I forget, my voice is almost gone. I lost most of it last year. So anyway, we're going to change that portion of that over. And the old office that was dedicated, we're turning that into the map office from all the maps that you cordially gave to us. We're working our way, get through the inventory first, then get into doing the other portion of the museum to work on. So, yeah, there's still a lot of stuff I don't even know about that we have there. And part of our problems is that a lot of the stuff was teased, and no way of knowing whose was whose. Yeah, so.
Well, at least you got more heat and more light now.
Oh, gosh, yes. Yeah, believe it or not, even the old office that you had back there for the police department, we now have heat in that place, that area. But, yeah, the lights have helped out tremendously, believe me. The warm lights, and don't have to worry about varmints getting up there and chewing through the wires like they did in the parlor, so.
Yeah, we've been keeping Brian busy down there.
Yeah, Brian's been a great help, really, really, really a great help, and enjoy working with them all, so. Again, bear with me, I'm a learning person here, trying to find out about everybody that, and just understand that the rent, Lauren is good friends with your family. Darnell, yeah. So he is now on going to be on our board, even though he's living in Europe, transferring, coming back and forth. But his father's not doing very well at all right now. So just a little heads up, a little neighborly information coming on.
Okay.
But thank you, folks.
Thank you.
And thanks,
Thank you,
Dan, for
Roger.
stopping by and for all your support. We really appreciate it. And anything you think of somebody that I should be tapping on their shoulder to, just give me a call. We'll follow through on it. Gentlemen, thank you. Have a great evening. Good holiday to you as well. And sorry for my voice, but that's all I've gotten anymore.
Okay, well, thank you. and
Thank you.
Again, have a nice holiday.
You too.
Anyone else wishing to address the board at the last public comment period? Seeing no response, we will close the call to the public, and at this time, we stand adjourned.